right, Shalom. Give us a moment. We're going to check the feed real quick. All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises. We want to give all praises. We're going to face the east. We give all praises, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash.
Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that ruled well, that never left the flock astray, but continue to feed the sheep. And salutations to Akim to go throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth in all sincerity, risking your life and putting your life on the line to further the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to the hopeful elect. Right, consisting of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, right, who are actually the 12,000 out of the 12 tribes of Israel are going to be the elect remnant that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai comes to deliver in the day.
144,000 out of the 12 tribes.
It's 12,000 out of each of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, which equals 100. You said something, but I can see how it could be confusing.
Yeah, you said the 12,000
out of every 12.
But you didn't specify every tribe.
Out of the 12 tribes is what you said.
Okay.
So it's 12,000 out of each of the 12 tribes of Israel,
right?
Which equals 144,000. There you go.
Salaki. Flip it to tongue, and the 1/3, right, multitude who are going to be delivered in the very last days of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? And we come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this place, Babylon, right, which is also known as America. In the scriptures, it's spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, right, because of the bondage that happens here, as well as the wickedness, right, the Momoism, if you know what I'm saying. Right? I'm gonna get too specific with it. But yeah, man. Hey, exciting times we're living in. Hey, this is Babylon. Because they got, hey man, their magic, right? They getting ready to make a move, so they're doing the sleight of hand. So they got you, hey, look at this over here, look at Venezuela. Hey, look at Epstein. Hey, look at over here, right? But meanwhile, they're really trying to implement the mark of the beast. They're trying to get the infrastructure complete with these floods and these fires and all of this business, so they can really get Project 2030 in place before they try to implement the chip.
Right.
But they tell you 2030, but they pretty much ready to go. They just got to get the rest of the infrastructure in order. They got to truly get control on the AI, and they got to pass some more laws. Which, hey, they got the right man in the White House to do that. Right, the cruel Lord, he's coming up with all kind of diversions. But meanwhile, they're having meetings on AI so that there's not to be any restrictions on AI. And that's a very, very dangerous place to be.
As far as the states pretty much can't govern how AI is used within those specific states. Trump is trying to roll out federal law to where federally, the federal government has the ability to govern AI in the United States. It's not designated to states to be able to control AI for whatever state it is. But you got DeSantis down there in Florida that's going against that shit.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, a lot of them Bible Belt states are going to, unless they have a Trump-appointed flunky in there who's just going to go along and do whatever daddy says. Right? Because that's really what it is right now. You got a whole regime that knows he's in bed with the elite of the Israelis, and they don't want to they don't want to end their careers and end their fluffy little lives and fuck up their little name they got for themselves. So they're just going along with the flow, right? They talk about him behind his back, but in his face it's, oh, Mr. Trump, every time they have a cabinet meeting, it's just everybody blowing this nigga. Why? Because, hey, he's the cruel Lord and he'll fuck your whole life up, right? Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. She getting all kind of death threats. But this is everything that has been prophesied in the scriptures that the prophets have been telling you that was to come, right? Collapse of the so-called USA and Civil War, World War III, the hour of temptation and the mark of the beast, right? Earthquakes in diverse places, and at the end, ICBM missiles flying. But and also you went into a video this week, and I kind of touched on it today too with all the articles about it. All of the allies of the U.S. are starting to, they're starting to go their way, and America's starting to go their way. So it's going to be interesting.
So like, just real quick.
Yep.
Side note, completely different topic, man.
Yep.
All right. We go by the name of Yahweh and the name of Yahweh Shai here, man. Anybody coming on the comment board talking about some damn JC, you're out of there, man. All right. This guy, there's an individual by the name of Robert Tucker.
That's that same.
He keep coming onto the comment. He keep coming with the same stupid ass comment, man. You know that we ain't into that shit, bro. So why you keep on coming with that same BS, man? Trying to push your white Jesus. We don't believe in your white Jesus, man. All right? We serve Yahweh and Yahweh Shai up here, man. Okay? So I just put it where he can't leave comments on our channel no more. All right? Because we ain't dealing with you. We ain't dealing with your damn Christianity, man. You take your Christianity, turn it sideways, and shove it up your Rudy Poo candy ass, man. Okay? So like it.
If you can smell, no, I'm just
get back into what you was going into. I just had to.
Meanwhile,
I wanted to address that. Man.
Meanwhile, here in Babylon, we getting fucking radon and all kind of
chemtrails.
Yeah, all kind of chemicals sprayed on us. But Robert's worried about
where Jesus Christ at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ gonna destroy Edomites for chemtrails. Is Jesus Christ playing the chemtrails, man?
Right.
With his hair blowing in the wind.
With hair blowing in the wind. He got those.
With them glasses, the goggles, the World War I goggles.
Yeah.
He just, woo!
With a scarf.
Oh man. Talk about hallelujah. No,
Shit.
but hey, that's real.
Singing Amazing Grace. Right?
Oh, Amazing Grace. It's Edomite for
Yeah, it's the Edomite version.
So it's high pitched, sounding like AC/DC in this bitch. But yeah, man, hey, your white Jesus never existed, dog. Right? You got Serapis Christos, right? You got Caesar Borgia, but your current person that you call Jesus Christ never walked the earth, man. The person that they use the image of, his name is Caesar Borgia. But we're gonna get back into everything. We're gonna get into how Venezuela. I sent an article to the chat.
You got a preset?
Yeah, he got a couple of them. Can you grab, while he's looking for that, can you grab John Timothy? And then you got the Timothy.
I do.
Preset, go ahead first, and then we'll go.
Okay. This is the book of instead of playing with my fingers, so we just pull it off.
Hey, real quick, this is John chapter 10, in verse 10, and it reads, "The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly."
Right, that day is talking about the elect of Israel, but the thief is talking about Esau, Edom,
which going into the whole nation of Israel, eventually, because Yahweh Shai's purpose was to come and deliver Israel from the sins. Now, we are sinners as well as the 2/3. Abaratazah, we're not 2/3, but the 2/3 as well as the elect are sinners, because we've all fallen short of the glory of the Heavenly Father. So we all need a Savior, right? So what Yahweh Shai came to do was to provide life more abundantly, pretty much the kingdom of heaven. So that applies to the whole nation of Israel, but it's going to start with the elect.
Matthew 1:21. For he shall save his people from their sins. But 2/3 of our people are going to die here in Babylon. They're going to be burned up, right? Because they don't want to get right with Yahweh Shai. They want to continue with Jesus Christ, Serapis Christus, chasing the bag, right? Cardi B. They trying to be the next Puff Daddy, right? They got all kind of aspirations and goals, but none of them dealing with the command of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to come out here and prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. All right? And that thief, man, that's that colonizer, man. And he's back to his colonizing ways.
That's Jesus Christ.
That's it. Yeah, Jesus Christ came throughout the land, sweeping the whole land with what? Idolatry, that new wine, all of his wickedness, and what? Like the scripture said, stole the land, killed the people, right? And what do you think he's trying to do with Venezuela? He just captured their bunkers. He's doing what? Let's grab that microphone real quick. Because he's got a goal in mind. This
You
is
said they're bunker?
oil tanker. Excuse me, oil tanker. Right, the oil tankers. I think it was what, 3?
I'm not sure how many it was, but I know that they said that the oil was going to Russia or somewhere, and they said that those paramilitary units that's used.
I'm talking about boats and shit.
Those paramilitaries that's being used to do this is a CIA. You know,
As usual, same thing they did in Honduras. I used to play the game on Nintendo, the first Nintendo, Contra, and it was going down there in Panama, the Panama Canal, Honduras, and getting busy, man. Doing what? Coveting fields and taking them by violence, which we're about to grab. But that's what he's up to. A thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill. And that's what this is about. He want that oil that Venezuela got. He's coveting their field. And if he want, he'll go in there and take their heritage, man.
Because he wants it for himself. All right, he doesn't want them to have it. He doesn't want them to be able to use it how they see fit. Okay, he wants to tell them how they can use their resources. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, starting at verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yep.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage."
Right, and this is speaking on Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the colonizer. And that's exactly what he's doing with Venezuela. Right, he's coveting that field. He's coveting their resources. He wants to take that for himself, just like he just did. He said, Trump said he ain't giving that oil back to nobody.
what are you gonna do with the oil? I guess we just keep it.
Just keep it.
I guess you the president of the United States, but you talking about? I guess. What do you? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna keep it,
Right?
You fucking had a paramilitary fucking helicopter fly over an oil rig or an oil vessel, transport oil to a whole nother country, a whole nother hemisphere.
Ain't got nothing to do with you.
Ain't got nothing to do with you, and you hijack the oil, and now you're talking about, oh, you don't. I guess we're gonna keep it. No, that was the intent. The intent was for you to keep it. You're not gonna fucking go through the hassle of breaking into somebody's house and robbing them while they're not home. You know, without the intent on plundering what they got.
Yeah, just to hang on to what they got, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna hold on to these.
Oh, how did this end up in my pockets? I guess I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, man. Hey, this is Esau's MO, though. Right? This is what he does. That's why he is the bloody city, because the very land that he occupies is covered with the innocents' blood. It's covered with Israelites' blood, man. And those Venezuelans, for the most part, is Israelites. So what do you think he's gonna do? He want Maduro out of there so they can get that oil, so they can fuck over everything, just like they do everywhere else in the world. Just like they doing in Mexico right now. They put that rat up in there so they can start making moves to do what they need to do in Mexico. What do you think they're gonna do in Venezuela? Put a tiny topper in there. Just like, is it Honduras? No, Argentina. Just like Argentina. Argentina got the second or the largest population out of Israel of small hats, man.
Because you had, after World War II, you had a lot of Germans go down to South America. All right, you had a lot of the German soldiers that was in positions of power. All right, a lot of their generals and whatever ranking they used for the German military, a lot of those that was part of the Hitler's Third Reich and all that, they went down to Argentina, man. Okay, and a lot of them Germans is small hats.
Yep.
Okay, so that's why you got a large population of small hats down there in Argentina.
Now, you know what's crazy? When you look up who was the biggest funder of Amalek getting into that land, the land of Israel, Palestine at the time, it was Germany.
Yeah.
So how are you kicking these people out, but you're the biggest funder of them getting that land?
Yeah.
That was that was another magic trick from Esau Edom, the magician, right? The Wizard of Oz. Motherfucking pipsqueak, tiny top, couldn't squish a grape in a fruit fight, sitting behind the curtain, running the show, man. And got all y'all motherfuckers just believing every old which way, this and that and the third.
Believing that he's just all powerful.
Yep.
That he controls so
Everything.
much. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Esau's really he's really weak, man.
Yeah.
Okay? His power is really frail. It's just the people is upholding it as if it's really an authority, but it doesn't have any weight to it, man. You know, he doesn't have the backing. He has the backing of his wickedness of the Heavenly Father, but he doesn't have the support of the Heavenly Father. We as the Israelites, we have support of the Heavenly Father. That's why you've seen so much of a change in the earth since the word started going out. Yeah? Since the cry stopped going back to the late 60s, starting with the Rabbi Abba Bivens, man. Yep.
Yeah, man, hey, that's beautiful.
Can I, this is real quick, man. This is off of Reuters.com. All right, it says U.S. preparing to seize more tankers off Venezuela's coast after first ship taken, sources say.
Hey, how long you think they're gonna allow that to happen? Every oil tanker that they send out to go ship oil to another country, because that oil is tied to contracts and stuff.
Right.
You know, the governments have contracts with, okay, look, we'll sign a contract with you and do a deal for however many years to supply us with so much oil.
Right.
All right, for this money, for this amount of money or whatnot. Now, if these countries ain't getting the oil, but they have already paid out that money, if that's the case, something's gonna happen. How long you think America's gonna continue to be able to just take what's not theirs, man?
Right.
Especially if that oil is going to Russia or China. You know, if that oil from Venezuela is going to either Russia or China, and America continues to steal that oil, it's going to be hell to pay, man.
There's going to be repercussions. You know, just like if you was to constantly go to Target and steal out the store, eventually they gonna stop your ass, man. You know.
Yeah.
They're going to stop you and try to throw the book at you. Well,
they're going to ban you from
right.
coming up in that motherfucker.
Right. There's going to be repercussions for it, man.
They're going to have your picture not allowed.
Do not allow this person in.
Yep.
Call security immediately if seen. You know, have your picture posted right there at the door at every cashier's stand and whatnot. You know. It says, and I'm just going to read the summaries of this. All right. The summary says it got 3 different bullet points for this article, which was dated for December 12, 2025, which was yesterday. Okay. It says seizure aims to target shadow tanker fleet selling oil to China and other nations. That's bullet point number 1.
Hey, and that, like this brother brought out last week, or maybe it was earlier this week in our sit down, that Russia got submarines on the way over there.
Oh yeah. You brothers mentioned that in your sit down. Yep.
Nuclear subs.
Nuclear subs is in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
Caribbean Sea right
just
now.
chilling. And the brother had mentioned in that sit down as well that you know their technology outclasses Americans, man. All right. Their nuclear fleet outclasses America's nuclear fleet, man. You know, their nuclear triad.
Yeah, they have the most diverse nuclear capabilities.
Yep.
Russia.
Yep.
All right, now you know China's up there. As far as nuclear countries that got nuclear capabilities that can reach America, China, Russia, and France, and the UK.
Yeah.
Is the only countries that got nukes that can actually reach America. You know,
Like
now
a touchdown to
Pakistan,
cause hell.
yeah, literally to cause hell. You know, Pakistan got nukes, you know, but they can't reach America.
They don't got they got nuclear capability, but they don't got the missile capability. Right? So they got the payload, but they don't have a delivery system good enough to be able to go from either from their aircraft, their ships, you know, water, or from being fired by land. It doesn't have the capability of actually reaching over here to America. Yeah. All right, even though they do have, they technically do have nuclear capabilities. Bullet point number 2 says Venezuelan government calls U.S. actions piracy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
You know, what's that movie with Tom Hanks, where the Captain Jack or some shit? What are the pirate? He was a.
Oh, you talking about not Tom Hanks?
Somalis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, back when the Somali pirate thing was a big deal. That was all over the news back in like what, the mid-thousands or something.
Oh yeah. And here you condemning them for piracy, but y'all doing the same shit.
Right. They went in on them.
You know
Right.
Yeah.
That was a whole campaign.
Y'all doing y'all doing even worse.
Yeah.
Right.
They doing it to survive. Y'all doing it because y'all thugs.
Right.
At least America of old would declare war against you before they just started fucking your ass up.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, a lot of political pundits and these podcasters have been saying that's America did declare war by way of when Trump called all them generals, and then when they changed the Department of Defense back to the Department of War, that was a declaration of war against everybody. So there's no need for them to, we told you, we going to war.
And they're not going to come out and write you a letter anymore.
Right.
They're going to do it by doing that. Then they're going to declare everybody.
They're going to send a tweet.
They're going to post it online.
Post it on X.
They're gonna post it on X and actually fire on you. You know, actually attack you.
Well, and they're going to declare your people as the T word. Because that's what the first thing he did when he got into office was all them drug countries. He declared what do they call them? Narco T's, man. So now he has the right to just go and do whatever he wants to do because of the laws he changed on September 11th. Or no, what was it? Is it
September 11th, 2001.
2001. Right? Those laws that he changed then to be able to tackle the T word, he wanted to be able to use that wherever and whenever he wanted to. And now you see it. Now you see what that was about. And the laws that he's stealing from you people right now, you're going to see even nearer in the future. Right. It ain't going to take as long. You're going to see them rights being taken away real soon. And he going to declare this, he going to declare that. Like the brother just put out the fact that the TSA is now a checkpoint for the motherfucking ICE, man.
For
Homeland
ICE.
Security. Yeah. And speaking of them niggas, I just seen them niggas the other night at Chipotle. I was like, damn, hell yeah. Civilian clothes, fucking big ass Kevlar, jacket, bulletproof.
Vest or whatever.
Yeah, but the guns hanging off the side, I was like, damn, these niggas is crazy.
Niggas is bold, man.
Was there any Mexicans?
Nah. They didn't bring nobody out. They just brought out some food. You know, ain't it funny? Motherfucking the head of Homeland Security, Chrissy Noem, gonna have her birthday at a fucking Mexican restaurant.
Damn.
She wearing a sombrero and shit, singing the song with the people.
Racist.
Racist as fuck,
Fucking
man.
demons, man.
That's mockery, man.
Oh yeah.
That's straight up mockery, man.
Yep.
You know?
Speaking of mockery, let me grab this real quick.
Let me just get through this so that way I can drop it.
Yep.
So Venezuela government calls U.S. actions piracy. Mm-hmm. Experts argue legality under international law.
Hey, this is the cool Lord, man. He don't care about the law. He don't care about the Constitution. He don't care about international law. He don't give a fuck. He gonna do whatever the fuck he feel like doing and do something. He gonna tell you in your face, do something. I'm already a felon and I can't go to prison. So what now, nigga? That's why y'all motherfuckers are stupid getting this nigga back in office. We're grateful y'all did. But y'all motherfuckers was fucking remedial. You see what the nigga did the last time, breaking the laws, doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do, driving your country into the ground. And you still show up at the polls again because you don't want the Momos playing in your girls' basketball team?
Right.
Y'all, and that's what they do. They create chaos from below, pressure from above, so that they can implement their laws, man.
Yep. Yep.
They slick.
The last bullet point under the summary says shipments totaling nearly 6 million barrels of crude suspended after seizure.
That's hella.
So there's supposed to be a whole 6 million more barrels of oil that was supposed to go out that they didn't even send out just because the U.S. is seizing boats, man. Why would they send it out just for the U.S. to come in and pull a depot move on them, man?
Hey,
you know?
Maduro called their ass out too. He said, "No more Vietnam, no more Iraq,
Don't worry.
no more
Be
Afghanistan."
happy.
Right
He
here,
started singing Bob Marley.
Damn.
he was hitting them with all their track record, man, of stealing oil.
Just stealing.
Yeah,
Just robbing.
and setting up puppet governments.
Right. Because that's Esau's MO, man.
Yep.
All right, starting with those tiny tops, working his way through all the countries on the earth, man. All right. They gotta have those puppet leaders in there, so that way they can try to set up this whole global NWO, man. You know. Gotta have everybody playing ball. Can't have somebody over there doing their own thing, man. You know.
Hey, man, the Lord is beautiful the way He got this whole thing set up. Right, because it's written, but to see how it's actually going down and the chess moves that are being made on the chessboard, it's calculated. Because one wrong move, hey, everything's kicked off. Right? We a toothpick away from World War III.
Yeah. A cunt's hair.
A red cunt's hair.
We're a cunt's hair away.
Yep. That's right.
You had to.
Let me do have somebody break down for me. This is Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up?
I got you.
Okay.
This is I was going there too. That's good. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Yep.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
That's right. Woe to him that what?
To him that increases that which is not his.
And is that not what he's trying to do? Increase his oil supply, increase his allies, increase his stolen land so he can get his puppet up in there and start wiping that place out for everything it's worth. This is the second coup that they tried to do down there. Right. The first one, they had them people starving to death, eating vultures and shit.
Hey, actually, I talked to this cat that's from this job I was working last year. That was from Venezuela, and he couldn't really talk English, but we was using like a translator, and I was like, hey man, was y'all down there eating fucking zoo animals and shit? And he was like, nah, don't, that shit on the news is all lies. And which I figured, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
At first I was like, damn, like they eating, you know, but then hearing different people in the media that's actually out in Venezuela or alternative media, they you know was like, nah, that shit ain't happening. So I was like, okay. So then I asked him, that came to mind, I asked him, he was like, nah man, don't believe that shit. I was like, yeah.
But they still was trying to make that coup happen.
Yeah.
Y'all remember not too long ago when they were saying that patients was coming up here eating people's cats and dogs and
That's
shit?
exactly what I was just sitting here thinking.
Yeah.
And I was gonna make a joke about it.
It's the same play, man.
Yeah.
You know?
They're eating dogs.
Right. And you had Trump repeating that shit. You know?
Trump will repeat anything on social media. And as will his people.
You gotta stop them. They're out there eating the pets.
Yeah.
You know?
And who's controlling this dude? Who's
Who's this nigga's handler, man?
Y'all are out of control.
Y'all just letting this nigga run loose?
Yeah, ain't he supposed to be at the hospice?
Right.
Who let him out the hospice?
Hey, there was somebody saying that Trump's all drugged up. I forget who I was watching. It was somebody that was like, Trump's all drugged up. You know what I'm saying? This guy's high.
Yep.
You know, that's why he's always rambling off saying stupid shit. It's because he's high as a fucking kite, man.
You can tell because his actions are erratic. You know, he's very spontaneous in in the things that he does. 1 minute he's up, 1 minute he's down, next minute he's passing the fuck out in the middle of an important meeting.
They say he's dealing with like dementia and shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Early, they said with that falling asleep shit. Those are signs of early onset dementia.
The shit he was blaming Biden for.
Yeah.
You know?
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy DJ. You know, hey, all these niggas is just puppets anyway.
Right.
Okay, they're not the Wizard of Oz that's actually back there pulling the string.
Right.
You
They
know?
didn't know that the Wizard of Oz himself was Pinocchio. That this nigga had somebody up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was just a Muppet, man, or Sesame Street.
That's it.
You know?
Yep. Somebody had the hand up there doing
Right.
walk,
Right.
talking shit.
Talking shit.
But yeah, and he laded himself with thick clay. Yep. When you go into that word, it was a misinterpretation. The word is abatya, which is debt, heavy debt.
You want that John 10?
We read it.
Oh, did it already come out?
Yeah, that better start with it.
Oh, okay.
That was when we was looking for that other one.
Okay. All right.
Hey, can I read this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is that word clay, right? From the Hebrew, Ibatya. It says weight of pledges, heavy debts. Okay.
A pledge is when you get into debt, when you actually, like, say you sign up to get a car, you know what I'm saying, and you get into that lease or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, you're taking a pledge saying that you're gonna pay for that car, you know, so they can legally.
This is a weird world.
They can legally hold you to having to pay for that car. Yeah, he's live streaming, just walking down the street.
He's live streaming himself walk down the street.
Yeah.
Which is like, so like, hold your thought too. How people look at us as crazy, because we out here preaching the word live, standing up on the block.
Just like how the guy was
That's how we look at these fucking streamers, man. These streamers walking around like nobody else exists but them. You know what I'm saying? That shit looked weird. That's the first time I ever seen that shit.
Man, motherfuckers, even just the fact that people be setting up cameras to watch themselves cook and shit. You know, the other night, my rib was like, what the fuck? Everybody and their mama just got a camera up here and think they're Chef Boyardee now?
Right.
Like, man, fuck these weird ass people in this society, man. This shit is fucking.
It needs to be destroyed, man.
Redundant, man.
And we're not a part of this world, man.
At all.
We're not a part of this world. We don't mix well with this world, man. With the way that this world has turned, we can see that you know what I'm saying, we don't want nothing to do with this place as it moves forward.
And we don't give a fuck if you like and subscribe either.
Right.
We don't need you to click the button.
Right. We don't need the view. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your view, you watching our video doesn't really do anything for us, man, because we're not trying to make money off of the platform based off of how many views we get, man.
Right.
Okay?
Hey,
We're doing this out of the sincerity of our heart because we care about Yahweh Shem Shai, man, and we want to show it through our faith that we care about Yahweh Shem Shai. That's why we go through this foolish act of preaching. Okay?
Hey, years ago, the Apostle Gabar mentioned that these videos is only for the edification of the elect.
Yeah.
That's why your videos got to be edifying, you know. But this is all for the edification of the elect. Right. You know, like the elders in Dallas say from time to time, you know, we live in an echo chamber.
Right.
You know, there's not a lot of, as much as the word has went through the whole world, there's still what we know, what we're involved in, what we conversate about, geopolitical stuff, prophecy, so on and so forth. These people, they're not privy to that, man. You know, they still think that America is going to be made great again. They don't know, you know, about the national security strategy that Trump just put out there.
Right.
The average person, and how that's going to affect this country. How America's allies is going to view this country and so on and so. They don't know all that, man. But we do. But these videos is for the edification of the elect. The rest of these people can all die. We don't give a fuck. You know?
Can I read this real quick? Now this is Romans 10 and 15. And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who hath believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. So what we're doing is we're putting the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai out there, and hit. I don't know. That looks like a little like a Bluetooth speaker. But we putting the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai out there because we're fishing for men, and his sheep hear his voice. So if we putting out the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and his sheep hear his voice, that's the reason why we come out here on the highways and the byways, and the reason why we do these digital epistles is to wake up the hopeful elect. It ain't about views, it ain't about monetary gain, and it ain't about our own personal fame, man.
And ultimately, it's about obedience, man. Because we was commanded to do this. All right? We was commanded as believers in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to come out onto the highways and the byways and to bid our people onto the marriage.
That's right.
So that's what we're doing, man. And also, according to Ezekiel, give them warning from me, right? If I tell this person to turn away from their wickedness and you don't go and tell them, that blood's going to be on your head, man. You know? And vice versa. If there's a righteous individual and they turn to their wickedness, man, and you don't tell them, all right, they're going to die in that wickedness, but it's going to be on you if you don't. So we're ultimately being obedient to the commands that we was given, man. Okay? And showing our faith through that obedience, man.
That's right.
I got a precept for you.
Yeah.
This is Colossians chapter 3, starting at verse 1. It says, if ye then be risen with Yahushai, seek those things which are above, where Yahushai sitteth on the right hand of the heavenly Father. Set your affection on things above, not on things of the earth. For you are dead, and your life is hid with Yahushai in the Most High. All right? Because, you know, the brother had mentioned how we're in our own echo chamber. There's things that our mind is constantly consumed with that all ties back to the scriptures. You know, things that's happening on the earth that we're paying attention to because it ties in with the scriptures. You know, and it's the only thing that's constantly going through our mind. So a part of having our mind fixed on the things above has to do with this society crumbling and falling. Because the way those things that's above comes down on the earth, this place got to crumble first, man. You know, so we're paying attention. You know, we're in our echo chamber, but we're paying attention to certain things that's happening in the earth due to the fact that it all ties in together with our salvation, man. Right? With our future rulership, Lord willing, we be those men ruling right alongside with our Lord and Savior Yahushua HaMashiach.
Hey, that's dope you said that, because as you was reading that, I was thinking of, hey, Babylon the Great, the kingdom of Babylon the Great and the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai cannot coexist, but things are going to be done on earth as it is in heaven. So right now we're meditating on the kingdom of heaven because it's spiritual.
Right.
It's the thing above right now, but hey, it's working its way into coming into fruition right here on earth. But a lot has to happen first. All right, a lot of prophecies got to be fulfilled.
I know you go camping sometimes or whatnot. It's not like you just pull up to the campsite and fun immediately. Nah, there's a setup that you got to do first, man. You got to get the tent ready. You got to get the site ready. You know, get the fire pit ready. There's things that you got to do first beforehand, before it's that fun of enjoying yourself out there in the wilderness, man. So it's the same thing. Yeah, it's tied. We're looking forward to the fun of the kingdom of heaven, but there's things that has to happen here upon the earth first before we are at that point, man. Right. All right, and part of that is this place, Babylon the Great, crumbling, and going back to DJT, he's doing a great job in helping move that along right here within our time frame, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Absolutely. There's a lot of work that has to be done before the fun begins. Right, and that's even after Babylon's destroyed. There's a whole lot of work, man. A whole lot of things that got to be set in order, in a heavenly order. Yeah, and that's exactly what you're seeing is the beginning of those things, man. Prophecies being fulfilled, the signs that Yahushua left and the prophets have left for us to look to in these last days. Niggas throwing up gang signs and shit. Yeah, man. Y'all niggas is gonna be destroyed, man. All y'all fucking gangbang, thugged out, fucking remedial ass motherfucking what do you call it? Something Toast Crunch eating motherfucking video game playing ass niggas.
Hey, Rich.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch eating ass niggas. Y'all motherfuckers about to be destroyed, man.
Hey,
I can't stand 2/3 of his.
Gangbangers is the lowest of the Israelites, man. Because it takes a base mind to just be consumed with that whole world, and be in that world, and you know it's a dead end, and you'll die over a color, over a street, over a block. You know what I'm saying? That's just like a base, a low level, a low frequency. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, to hell with all them motherfuckers, man. They all gonna die here in America.
Yep.
They can easily take that energy and direct it the right way, but instead they want to direct it towards their own people. The same people that's in their conditions. They don't want to direct it towards the one that got them in the condition.
Right. Hey, that shit's played out though. That whole gangbang, like 2025 really highlighted the fact that whole gangbang culture is just whack as hell, and it's a dead end road, and it's played out, man. You know, 'cause if Esau can have his way into the future, you think niggas would be gangbanging in Esau's new world order? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you be a member of society? There's no place for you in society, pretty much.
Esau will have it where you gangbanging over AI. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On which AI? DeepSeek on mine, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dog, ChatGPT over here, cuz. You know what I'm saying?
From your couch, because you can't leave the house.
Right.
Because
you
there's
gotta
roadblocks.
You gotta hop into the fucking metaverse. That's the only place you can fucking gangbang.
Is in goggles?
Yeah, in the metaverse. Hey, catch your face with the
Right.
with the VR.
You gotta roll up fake weed.
Yeah, man.
Your microchip just releases a feeling of being high.
Right. It's in your vape or something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Fuck that shit.
Hey, that's where the society's headed, though, man.
Catching phase on the VR.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn. And Jake would fall right along into that shit.
Gronk, nigga.
Damn. What's the one with the whale?
DeepSeek.
DeepSeek, okay. Yeah.
That's the one I use.
Hey, let me finish
DeepSeek
this
on
up.
mine for real. No, I'm joking. Hey, it's just jokes. Go ahead.
Back into to this definition of Abatya.
I bought ya.
It's from H5671. So it says weight of pledges, heavy debts, something pledged that is collectively pawned goods.
Pawn goods.
Pledged that is pawned goods. All right. Thick clay is by a false Edom thick clay. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much the point.
That's how you need one of these?
No. Yeah, so thick debt. Hey, when people go into debt, they'll take their goods. It can be your fucking your grandma's wedding ring. You know what I'm saying? In pristine condition, that's worth a lot of money. All right, say that shit's worth $7,000. You in so much debt that you go pawn it, and they only give you $1,000. But that $1,000, 144, bro. But you need that $1,000 because of the debt that you're in. So you're pretty much scammed out of $6,000. You know, but that's the state that America is in, because you got the largest holders of American debt in the form of FRNs is China and Japan, if I'm not mistaken. China and Japan. You know, a lot of what China produces, we're the biggest market for China. So a lot of what China produces comes right here to America, and you fat ass Americans go on Amazon and order their shit, or go into some department store and buy what came from China or Japan. So because of that, China is the largest holder of American debt. You know, China and Japan, if I'm not mistaken. I know China for sure, but I think it might be Japan next. You know, but that an example is that's an example of that thick debt. You know, the fact that over in the topsoil from the Midwest just got a couple years ago scooped up and sent to fucking China.
Yep.
Why is that? Because America is indebted to some degree to China. Over in Oregon a couple years ago, you had that national forest that a gook bought. Well, why is that? That's because America is in debt. You know, so it's got a pawn shit. You know what I'm saying?
All them Chinese drug farms out here, weed farms.
Over
farms.
in Maine.
Yeah.
They had one in Maine. You had the gooks up there in Maine making fentanyl, man.
Damn.
Just houses out in the woods in Maine, and you got some gooks in there cooking fentanyl, whipping it up for Americans.
That's it.
Part of that American diet, you know.
Damn. Hey, most of Seattle's owned by fucking Chinese.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, a lot of the United States in general
San
is
Francisco.
owned by the Chinese. Man.
Yeah.
You know? Real quick, this is off of Google. Countries that own the most U.S. debt. It didn't give me numbers, but it just gave me a list of countries: Japan, China, the United Kingdom, Luxembourg, Cayman Islands, Canada, Belgium, Ireland, France, Switzerland, Taiwan.
So when the brother's reading this, you got to take into account these is countries that do business with America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Canada, they right next door. And when that whole tariff shit happened, you had a lot of people coming from Canada because Trump said at a certain time that those tariffs was going to take place. So people from Canada was trying to beat the deadline, and they actually came to America, crossed the border to buy vehicles before those tariffs hit. You know what I'm saying? But now that those tariffs hit, Canada ain't doing too well, man. Their economy's kind of it's fucked up because of what Trump did. You know, so a lot of these countries that are do business with America, therefore they are the biggest holders of American debt. Eventually, it's gonna turn from you know being somewhat of an ally to Babylon the Great. You know.
In which, hey, that's our next topic. You know, getting into, you know, all this Russia and U.S. uniting talk, all this Elon Musk, disband the EU, right? All this talk of America's allies no longer being their allies. Mm-hmm. Can you grab the 5 countries meeting from R2 to the core? Right, because you got now America's starting to really rub elbows with Putin, right? They seeing the writing on the wall with the EU and NATO, right? They're not that strong powerhouse that they used to be, and they really getting their ass whooped by Russia, economically, technologically, and the most importantly, war, right? Militarily is the word I'm looking for, because those are the real things that matter in a society. We can actually grab this credit. Just real quick. Okay. And this just real quick, side note. You like the yeah.
This is an article based off of the ABC News. The headline reads, U.S. soldiers, civilian interpreter killed during ambush in Syria by apparent ISIS gunmen.
Yep. So of course they're gonna throw in the T word with ISIS, right?
Right.
But you had 2 soldiers and an interpreter from the U.S. that just got ambushed. Well, it was more people that got ambushed, but these are the ones that got killed in Syria. Again, what's going on in Syria? The tiny toppers is trying to do what they can against Syria, Lebanon, right? Gaza, Turkey, all these other countries. So that's a big deal right now with this happening, because that could give the U.S. the fuel to get involved.
It'll give them an excuse.
Thank you.
To militarily involve themselves into all of those conflicts that's surrounding those tiny toppers, man.
Right.
The little hats, the mini caps.
Yep. Yeah, and that's mini caps. That's what they do, man. Right?
48.
Yep.
Right. It says, just real quick, reading a little bit of the article, it says 2 U.S. soldiers and 1 civilian U.S. interpreter were killed in Syria on Saturday after they were ambushed by a likely ISIS gunman, U.S. officials say. The gunman was killed by partner forces, in quotation, partner forces, during the skirmish, according to the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
Pete the Hedgehog.
Pete the Hedgehog, white supremacist.
Right.
But, he got a big cross tattooed on his chest.
Does he?
Like, I don't know if it was AI. Right? It could have been AI. This is a fucked up place that we live in. You don't know if it's real or not.
We live in the age of AI, you know. I seen a video earlier, and I believe Kassad had spoken about this before as well. It was a video where this dude's walking up to people, or maybe it was you that spoke about it. Dude's walking up to random people, like, hey man, did you see what this guy just did to you? He just kissed you on the back of your neck. And it's got the video, he's like, that guy in the blue shirt over there. It's got the video of the guy in the blue shirt and the guy that he's talking to. So that's where AI is at, where people can be in public with you. You don't know that they done caught your likeness on the AI, and now they got the AI doing some crazy shit, man. That's the world we're living in. All right, in the video looked real enough to where the people was pissed off. Like, hey man, why'd you do that to me? And it showed this one dude running in the back of the kitchen.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, is he supposed to be back there? Look, this guy was back. When you wasn't looking, he went back to the kitchen. And the dude's like, I never did that.
First of all, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, who the fuck are you? Yeah. So you saw that video.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I sent it out.
You sent that out? Okay, that's where I seen it then.
They trying to set up that play for playing Yahweh Shai. When you hear that he's over here, over there,
yep.
Right? It would, they would deceive the very elect if they could.
If they could.
Because of their technology is going to be powerful, man.
And a lot of people will fall for that stuff,
exactly.
Man. A lot of the AI is about to deceive a lot of people, man. Okay, they're about to use AI in the lies of Esau Edom, right. Which Esau has been the deceiver. That's one of his great superpowers that he has, is to be a deceiver, man. And he's gonna use AI to help amplify his deceptive tactics to pull the people and to lead them to destruction, man.
Right?
Ultimately
and also
to the RFID microchip. Right?
Also, he gonna use it to demonize the Israelites, man.
Yep.
You know,
deep fake. Putting words out there that we ain't, taking our words and mixing them together to make it sound like we T words. Man.
Right.
Which we don't give a fuck, man. Fuck y'all niggas. We hate y'all motherfuckers, man. So whatever you do to us, it is whatever.
Trump just signed something, if I'm not mistaken, here recently, where people talking about America, talking about the destruction of America, all of that, he can label them the T-word, man.
Yep. So
you think the Israelites ain't gonna be, we always are talking about the downfall of America, man.
Yeah.
For us to receive the kingdom of heaven here upon the earth, America has to fall. Okay, we openly say that, which means that he can by law label us as domestic teas, man. Tea to the wrist. To where they can roll up, ICE can roll up and snatch. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord allows it, man. Okay.
And as far as us, starting something, we're the most peaceful people you can imagine. We're waiting on our Lord to do something.
Right.
We ain't got no fucking thoughts in our mind of coming out. Nah, man, our thoughts are, once the Lord gets here, y'all gonna get what you deserve.
Right.
That's where our desires are, is once you deserve it and the Lord puts it on us to actually do his will through his anger, that's when it's real.
See, and you had some silly ass Israelite groups that's been out there doing things that they're gonna use, with that broad brush.
Hell yeah.
Because they got video of them, out there with Esau's weaponry, practice firing or marching around the city in a militaristic fashion, man. They have that, So they're gonna you foolish ass Israelites that's out there that participated in that. Congratulations, man. Because when Esau rose up, we ain't worried about it, man. Esau, do whatever you gonna do, all right? Because we're waiting on Yahweh Shem Shai. And
Hey,
then,
the scripture says when he should come in like a
madman sparing none.
great flood.
Oh, yeah,
great
yeah.
With
flood.
the spirit of the Lord lift up a standard against him.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So we looking forward to that because once Esau make his move, the Heavenly Father being a man, or excuse me, not being a man that he should lie, is gonna protect his chosen. All right, the Lord's gonna make good on that promise, man. So we look forward to Esau doing what he gotta do because you're gonna force the Heavenly Father to do what he's gonna do, you know?
Your chess move is going to force, what do they call it? A rebuttal? Checkmate?
Yeah, checkmate.
Checkmate.
Yeah, you got to get checkmated, and you can't handle the checkmate that's coming your way.
I got some information from the national security strategy.
Can I read this that you had quoted just now? Just real quick.
Bring it up.
What is that? The national security strategy.
I'm sorry, real fast. Let me see what verse that was. Isaiah 59:19. You know, Isaiah chapter 59. That's what.
Hold up.
Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Yeah, because Esau want to make his move on the prophets, man. Because with us out here, we're lifting this nigga's skirt up, showing you, hey, man, look at this. This motherfucker got a whole rod over here, and his name's Samantha. What the fuck going on, cuz?
We don't even gotta do too much, because this nigga, he's constantly flashing people. You
Hey,
know what I'm saying?
because he's proud.
No, nasty.
He's a proud ass devil, so he can't even keep secret. Yeah, he can't keep secret the things he used to be able to keep secret. He's like, nah, I did that. You know, he's bigging himself up. Hell yeah, we did that. But what you gonna do? That's where he's at right now. He's so puffed up with pride, he think can't nobody touch him. But he forgot who created him. You know, and the elite ain't forgot, but the people he has in place, they don't even believe.
Hey, Thabo, when you done reading that, you mind, never mind.
That was it. You had quoted it.
The NLT.
That same
No. Get Obadiah 1 and 6 in the NLT.
Okay. Should we grab one before he grabs it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no.
He's like, this is your
This is
your
ours.
phone. You can, yeah. You know?
Okay, I ain't selfish.
Cause that Obadiah in the NLT is nice.
Can you grab?
Because what America's doing is pride is pretty much alienating it from the rest of the world, man. Being part of the national security strategy of Donald Trump is to pretty much they want control of the whole Western Hemisphere. Meaning America got the whole Western Hemisphere, this is ours, and then Russia, you can have the Eastern Hemisphere. You know what I'm saying? But that's pride, man. That's hella pride. And that pride is causing its own allies to pretty much part from it. Part from America to disassociate itself from America, all right, because of the pride that America has, spearheaded by Donald Trump. Grab the NLT for
This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6 in the NLT. It says, every nook and cranny of Edom will be searched and looted.
Hold on, what is that?
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6 in the NLT.
I think about 7.
Yeah, it might be 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me finish off this one, and then I'll just read down into the 7. It says, every nook and cranny of Edom will be searched and looted. Every treasure will be found and taken. All your allies will turn against you.
Yeah, all your allies will turn against you. All of America's allies. And that's what's happening, man. All of American allies is like, nah, we ain't. You know, they plotting. All right, go ahead.
It says, all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace.
Yeah, they will help to chase you from your land because America's going to be summoned to go to war. All right, America's going to be summoned to go to the Middle East, just like every other country. But the way America's going to be chased from its land is, report for duty.
Yep. Right.
Here in the sandbox, come play.
Right.
Saudi Arabia, the Valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right.
You know? You was talking all that shit. Now, a bully, you can't beat up 20 nerds. Once them 20 nerds realize that they all been bullied, we gonna jump that nigga at recess. That's what America's about to get jumped at recess over in the Middle East.
And as the bully, you can't, back down from the fight.
Yeah.
When the nerds challenge you to the fight, you've been bullying this nerd. You can't just be like, nah, I'm cool today. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you gotta boss up so that way you can assert your dominance over the nerd. You don't know that he got the other nerds with him. You know what I'm saying? You just, hey, 3 o'clock, me and you.
Flagpole. Oh man, I don't know if y'all remember that shit, but you be worried all day, like, oh shit, here we go. About to go get it on. Get out there and get busy, but hey, 3 o'clock, you hear that bell ringing, you get a little nervous. You get out there, you see the motherfucker, you like, hey man, fuck it, we gonna get it on. See how it goes.
Get down.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's a small window because you gotta jump on that bus.
Yeah, you gotta get them up and get out of there. So you don't get in trouble.
You can't let the teacher catch you. You know what I'm saying? It says they will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you.
Read that again.
They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you.
Right. So America think that it's gonna be doing the bullying.
Right.
Meanwhile, its main allies, the NATO nations, they plotting against America.
Yeah.
And they're gonna deceive this place, you know what I'm saying, and destroy it, man.
Yeah.
Canada, you know. So all of America's allies is, nah, we ain't fucking with you. Hey, we gonna whoop your ass, but we ain't about to tell you. We all know what's going on.
Right.
Now, hey, Trump over here with the saying peace and safety. But we know that when they do that, hey, sudden destruction coming about.
And next year is the birthday of fucking America, 250th year.
Right.
So what better way for that to be celebrated than nuclear destruction, man?
Right. And they say that
Lord's
they
will.
will last 250 years.
Yeah. Empire. So Lord's will, man. And you know what's crazy? When you looking at a lot of these videos of these political pundits and journalists and historians, economists talk about America, they refer to America as an empire, and then they refer to these other countries as just that, countries. All right, like the NATO countries.
Right.
Them ain't empires.
Right.
You know, but America is for sure an empire. So going to what you said, the lifespan of an empire is 250 years. Yeah, it's perfect for America to be destroyed, man. Lord willing, it actually happens next year. You know, but it's on the Lord's time. No man knoweth the day nor hour. But we hasten His coming.
Hey, there's a lot of friction between America and NATO at the moment too, man.
Yeah.
You know, because on multiple fronts, you know, America with its American first policies and whatnot, their unyielding support for the tiny toppers, and then also the Ukraine conflict, man. You know, they're divided on all of those things.
And the EU trying to the EU trying to take the Russian assets, trying to steal Russian assets.
Yeah. And give it to Ukraine.
Give it to Ukraine.
Because Ukraine, they said that on average, I think it was Scott Ritter that said, you have like 2,000 Ukrainians dying a day. Damn. 2,000 Ukrainian motherfuckers getting sent to the spirit world a day. All right, that's not, you can't sustain a war like that, man.
Right.
All right, so the war is already.
It's not like they have a super big ass population when they got 1 billion people.
Right.
You know,
Not China.
The war is already over. It's already won by Russia, but you got the UN, the United Nations, all right, NATO. They want to keep that war going for the purpose of invading Russia. They want to keep the war going to draw America into that war, so that way they can get control of Russia. Because Russia got endless fucking resources, natural land, natural gas. They got oil, all right, in other things, all right. So the bottomless pit, being that Europe is a bottomless pit, they don't got resources like that, all right, natural resources like that. So the bottomless pit wants those resources in Russia. So the way they want to take that is by way of America getting drawn into that war. So they got to keep the war going. You know what I'm saying? But you got 2,000 motherfucking Ukrainian soldiers dying a day. But that's not on the news. That's not being publicized to you dumbass people here in America that's supporting that bullshit. They ain't telling you that. No. That Vladimir Subelitsky is over there dying. 2,000 of them clones is dying because they all look alike.
Yeah, they do.
I looked up the Ukrainian population, and this is according to worldmeters.info, which says right now the Ukrainian population as of Saturday, December 13th, 2025 is 39,499,497, which that number's going to vary a little bit, right? But it's been in a decline over the past few years, man. Yeah. It's not like more people are being born than people being taken out.
Bro, they said they got like 80-year-old niggas in their 80s that they just throwing out there on the front lines to die. Women.
Damn.
You got Germany that's talking about having a draft inscription.
Oh yeah.
In other NATO nations is talking about enacting an inscription.
France.
Because they know that they want to go to war against Russia.
Right.
And they're taking that stance because America, they understand that America is trying to withdraw itself from NATO, so that means that they're gonna have to fucking get down themselves.
Right.
So what's ultimately gonna happen is, according to a lot of these journalists and historians and economists, war experts, analysts, they're saying that NATO eventually is going to pretty much team with Russia. Now we know according to the scriptures, the fucking Edomite with a Jake in the passenger side. According to the scriptures, we know that we'll get it. It says that the 10 horns, being the EU, they're going to give their power to the beast, which is NATO. All right? They're going to give their power to the beast, which is NATO, and then they're going to hate the whore, being America, and burn this place up. All right? Now, Russia's going to take part in that destruction as well, aiding them in destroying America. China, all right?
Before we start bringing out the scripts, can we grab an article to go along with it just for receipts? I want you to read
I'm in the middle of this one scripture. Can we finish that one off?
Yep.
Okay, so Obadiah chapter 1, this is verse 7, midway through verse 7 in the NLT. It says, your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it.
Yeah, your trusted friends. We'll
come back
the
to that
damn
as well.
the motherfuckers that come to America and shake Trump's hand. Trump goes. Remember, Trump went over there to the UK earlier this year. All right, all that shit is for show, man. They really don't rock with each other. And they was Scott Ritter was saying that those UN nations, NATO nations, they hate America. You know what I'm saying? They really hate America. They can't stand America's guts, man.
Yeah.
Okay. They fucking hate this place. And really, all pretty much those European nations, those that rule those European nations are all elites. They all come from that bloodline. All right, those 13 families. So that's why they have that pomp and pride to them, and they expect America to be the muscle, while they sit back and just live a lavish life, decadence and whatnot, and pretty much they're the ones that's behind and really pushing for this whole New World Order. Other countries ain't, you got certain countries, members of these countries that's with it, but for the most part, them G20 summits and all that, that's all them European demons that want this whole technocracy, New World Order world to come about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What did the Rothschild's mother say?
If my sons wanted war,
Oh, yeah.
If my sons didn't want wars, there wouldn't be any. So exactly what you're going into.
Yep.
They're setting this up for their playbook because they think that they're gonna last from generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? What's that scripture? They think
His inward thought is that his house
his
shall
house will
continue
continue
forever.
Exactly.
Hey, can I read some of this?
No, go ahead.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
We can do this one. Bring this up.
You bring that out. I got it.
So real quick, this is from the National Security Strategy. I'm gonna just read a little bit of this, and it's broken down into that. In here, as far as they talk about the Western Hemisphere, they got a segment talking about the Middle East, a segment talking about Asia, a segment talking about Africa. So and also Europe. So this is the European section, and this is on page 25. And it's a PDF, you can download it too. It's not that long. It says promoting European greatness. It says American, and I'm reading this because we just read how the Allies is going to turn on America, right? So it says American officials have become used to thinking about European problems in terms of insufficient military spending and economic stagnation. There is truth to this, but Europe's real problems are even deeper. Continental Europe has been losing share of global GDP, which is gross domestic product, down from 25% in 1990 to 14% today. It says partly owing to national and transitional regulations that undermine creativity and industriousness. Now, an example of that, pretty much the European industry is collapsing because they're not producing shit. And one example is this Asian cat, historian dude that did an interview with the Canadian prepper. He was saying back in the like 2000s and the 90s, 2010s, Car and Driver magazine, which is a prestigious magazine for like cars, for automobiles. They said within the top 10 best-selling cars, you would always have Volkswagen in there. And they said you don't have that no more. Right. All right, and Volkswagen comes from Germany, and Germany used to be known for German engineering. The best. You want some Instapot, a fucking some electrical device. If it came from Germany, it was top notch.
Anytime people used to talk about driving foreign cars, the main country you would think of would be either Germany or maybe Italian. But for the most part, it would be like German engineering. That's what you would think of.
That's right. Hey, them Germans is the smart ones of Esau. Yeah,
that's Teman.
Temanites.
The wisdom. They're the wisest of the
wise
Edomites.
tribe of Esau, the wise dukes.
Hey, that was the Smith that blew up the coals that Yahweh was the smith that blew the coals into them to give them the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to make them ICBMs.
Yep. So split that atom.
Yeah.
You know, with Germany being, and then Germany is the what was it? It was they had the I think the largest industry, but that's not the case no more, man. All right, and Germany actually they had the biggest military for Europe. You know, so shit's just all bad over there. But it says, but this economic decline is eclipsed by the real and more stark prospect of civilizational erasure. Yeah. I like it. I don't think I ever read that word in my life. Erasure. It says the larger issues facing Europe include activities of the European Union and other transitional bodies that undermine political liberty and sovereignty, because over in Europe they're really censoring via the internet. They're censoring people. Like if there's protests or whatnot, like people over in Europe they quell that shit instantly. As far as protests or online, you saying something, like they really censor that shit. So America is like, Trump is like, look, y'all over there not allowing these people liberty, all right? But here in America, we give people, which is bullshit.
Right. Bullshit.
Because they doing the same shit, but it's hypocritical.
It's the play they want to use.
Yeah.
First of all, Trump talking about firing people when they, you know what I'm saying, when they coming up against him or saying something, you're very nasty to me.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I would have you deported because you're very nasty to me.
Are you stupid?
You know what I'm saying?
You're a stupid person. You gotta be a stupid person.
That's a hypocrites, man.
Yeah. It says the larger issues facing Europe include activities of the European Union and other transitional bodies that undermine, all right, so he missing the EU, and that undermine political liberty and sovereignty, migration policies that are transforming the continent and creating strife, censorship of free speech, and suppression of political opposition, which you just mentioned that they did the same shit here.
That's what Trump does, is suppress political opposition. Even the Republican Party that comes up against him, he's going to try to get them out of there, man. You know? So talking about suppressing political opposition, he's the main dude that does that type of thing, man. So he's trying to call out Europe for doing that when that's his play.
Yeah.
You can't use my move, that's my move.
That's only I can
How
use
dare
that
you
move.
you can't use the choke slam, I use the choke slam. You know?
You gonna say something?
Well, one of the things I've been seeing about Europe that nobody's really talking about, it was a hot topic for a quick moment, but France, man. France is fucked. Because, what's the old boy's name in Africa?
My phone. Oh, hold on.
The dude in Africa that's putting together a military and getting his people in order, Abraham, something.
Oh, in Burkina Faso?
Yeah.
I forget his name.
So they basically, Africa kicked France up out of there. Africa kicked France up out of there and said, hey man, you're done stealing our resources.
Right.
So now they're looking around like that was a big part of France's economy, was their rape, robbing, and pillaging of Africa. Now that they've been booted the fuck out, that's heavy on the economy of all of those nations, man, because they're all in the same pot.
Yeah, hey, Esau, going back to what the brother had me read earlier, the thief cometh not but for to steal, kill, and destroy. And it's clearly evident that the only reason why these European nations, Canada, America, Australia, anywhere you go where it's so-called white people that control the country, the only reason why that they became great is because they stole resources from the people that originally inhabited that land. Either that or they went to Africa.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the only way the so-called white man can keep himself afloat is by other people's shit, man. Yeah, that's why he increases that which is not his.
Right.
Yeah.
He stole everything.
Everything.
Everything he has was stolen.
Yep. Even them buildings, everybody, oh, the European architecture, that was the Moors. So shut the fuck up. Those were all built during the 1700s, 1600s, or 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, right before y'all got into power, and now y'all just want to claim it.
They gonna claim that's that.
We did that.
Esau, man. Hey, that's why Esau won't let Jake go. You know, that's why they won't let Jake or even the other nations. They won't let them go, man.
Right.
They won't just be like, you know what? We just gonna go and do our own white thing together, because they know that saltless ass shit ain't gonna last, man.
Right.
They won't have nothing. You know.
Back in the caves in no time.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga. Fucking cavemen.
Continuing this, once again, it said the larger issues facing Europe include activities of the European Union and other transitional bodies that undermine political liberty and sovereignty, migration policies that are transforming the continent, like for instance, Germany. You got hella immigrants there.
Oh, yeah,
You
right.
got everybody named mama there, Arabs, Africans, all kind of shit. All right.
The EU had those open borders
Yeah.
that had
Well,
everybody.
all the wars that was going on, you had motherfuckers from
Refugees.
Syria, from fucking the Arab countries. That was like, all right, y'all bring a war here. Well, we gonna go to Europe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
you complaining that is your country's being overran by migrants.
Right.
Well, you brought war to their land.
Yeah.
So to
same with Northern Africa too.
Yeah.
A lot of those countries right there too.
Algeria,
Yep.
Syria, Morocco.
Yep.
It says the migration policies that are transforming the continent and creating strife, censorship of free speech and suppression of political opposition, cratering birth rates and loss of national identities and self-confidence. So pretty much there's no more, Europe has no more identity as far as a cracker that says, oh, I'm French, or a cracker, I'm German, or a cracker, I'm fucking Polish, or whatever the case may be, because you got all these goddamn immigrants. You know, that's what Trump is complaining about here.
Yeah.
You know.
You got all these brown people.
Yeah, brown people. There we go.
This is supposed to be a white country. You got all these brown people here. You know.
You like their culture better than you like your own, because you ain't got one, nigga.
You cooking like them. You listen to their music. They're the ones in control of the music now.
Like
they're the ones fucking putting out the food now. You know, your whole culture is getting turned to.
Your women ain't. You know.
Right. Yeah, your women ain't dead. The pure whites ain't being born no more.
Yeah.
You know.
That Aryan. There's no more Aryans.
One thing about that technology too is Australia just banned social media for the youth.
16 and under.
Yep.
And they said that them doing that is they use the guise of it being for kids, you know, to make sure that if you are 16 and under, you got to verify that you're over 16 to have a social media account. So certain social media accounts. But they said really what that is geared toward online ID.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, a national online digital ID. You know what I'm saying? But they, you know, we know the play.
That with what was the other thing that's playing towards that? Everybody who's coming into America from those foreign countries.
Oh yeah, they got to give that history.
5 years of history on social
Online
media.
history.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? That's going to halt people from coming here. You know?
Hey, you think about it like in our sense, right? Which we don't, because we don't have social media. So they're like, hey, you got to provide 5 years of social media. We're like, well, we don't have social media. Yeah. They ain't gonna believe that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Just like when you tell a bitch, hey,
let me get your Instagram.
And it's like, I don't have social media. She don't
got no
believe
Instagram.
I ain't never had a MySpace or Facebook or Instagram or whatever the fuck they got. I ain't never had it. So what you want from me?
Right. What you gonna want?
I give you my YouTube page.
That's all
like,
I got.
Like Asai said though, that's gonna deter people from wanting to come here, man.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
Plus they using the airports as TSA checkpoints.
Yep.
You know?
ICE.
Oh, ICE. I'm sorry. Yeah, they are TSA. The airport is TSA,
Yeah,
but
Homeland Security.
they're using the TSA as you know, they're linking with ICE, man.
And we witnessed that when we flew with the big ass.
Oh, that
fucking
face
monitor.
scanner, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I didn't know that shit was optional. So when they tried to get, I was like, nah, that's just optional.
They don't even tell you that.
They don't tell you that.
They be like, you in the line
Right here.
going for security, and before you can even, you know what I'm saying, go through the metal detector, all that shit, they have you stand right there, man. They didn't say that there's no signage that says that shit, because I would have seen it.
Right.
Or we would have seen it.
Hey,
We're observant.
We
you
seen
know?
the very beginning of their moves they making, man. That's dope.
Yeah. It says, should present trends continue, the continent will be unrecognizable in 20 years or less. As such, it is far from obvious whether certain European countries will have economies and military strong enough to remain reliable allies. Right? Many of these nations are currently doubling down on their present path. We want Europe to remain European, to regain its civilizational self-confidence, and to abandon its failed focus on regulatory suffocation. This lack of self-confidence is most evident in Europe's relationship with Russia. European allies enjoy a significant hard power advantage over Russia by almost every measure, save nuclear weapons. As a result, Russia's war in Ukraine, European relations with Russia are now deeply attenuated, and many Europeans regard Russia as an existential threat. Managing European relations with Russia will require significant U.S. diplomatic engagement, both to reestablish conditions of strategic ability across the Eurasian landmass and to mitigate the risk of conflict between Russia and European states. It is a core interest of the United States to negotiate an expeditious cessation of hostilities in Ukraine in order to stabilize European economies. So Trump is saying, look, in order for y'all to have some type of stabilization, you got to end that war, man. You got to end the war with Ukraine to bring some type of stabilization back to Europe, amongst other things. Right. You know what I'm saying?
With that as well, you got to come through me.
Yeah.
Because the U.S. is the only one that can broker this.
Yeah. I'm the best. The best.
You got to come
You
through
need a
me.
peace deal?
Right.
I just want a peace price. The FIFA peace price.
Yeah.
It's not real, but it's real to me. RT just had an article this week talking about how America's trying to remind NATO, not NATO, but
EU?
Yeah, the EU basically.
European Union?
Yep. The EU, who's in charge.
Oh, man.
Right? Who like, okay, you good, but like, don't forget who the fuck is the top dog. And if we have time, we can get the article there. Exactly what this is going into. America's about to be like, nigga.
Yeah, it says it's a core interest of the United States to negotiate an expeditious cessation of hostilities in Ukraine in order to stabilize European economies, prevent unintended escalation or expansion of the war, because that's what Europe's trying to do. They're trying to expand the war to Russia, and reestablish strategic stability with Russia, as well as enable the post-hostilities reconstruction of Ukraine to enable its survival as a viable state.
Post-hostility reconstruction of Ukraine, meaning before the conflict. Reconstructing Ukraine to what it was before, or at least to a condition of stability of what it was before the conflict started.
Right.
And they say Ukraine is the most corrupt country.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. There's reports that come out about these weapons that's getting sent to Ukraine ending up with the despots in Africa. You know? Ending up in their hands. It's like, how did they get those weapons that's supposed to be being used on the front lines in Ukraine? How is that down in the middle of war-torn Sudan?
Well, you see,
you know,
they've been accused of using all that money and that funding for major parties,
Right.
and
buying jets
yachts
and
and
yachts.
jets
Yeah,
and
man.
Hey, they said
European vehicles.
Zelensky's family live in fucking London.
Damn.
They don't even live in fucking Ukraine. He's smart. He was just over there
And
last
he's
week.
jet setting all over the world.
All
it's
over
not
the
like
world.
he's in the country
Oh, no.
fucking,
Fucking
you know,
He's
leading from
kicking
the front lines. This nigga's he's in the W.
He's still
in the
he's-
penthouse.
He's still
He's
in them
good.
whitey. He's still in them whitey tighties dancing for whoever he was dancing for.
Yeah.
He should go into the new Epstein Island and get his freak on.
Right.
He like, fuck,
Yeah.
Diddy's locked up. I gotta do something.
Island 2.0. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna read a little bit more of this. It says the Ukrainian war has had the perverse effect of increasing Europe's, especially Germany's external dependencies. Today, German chemical companies are building some of the world's largest processing plants in China using Russian gas that they cannot obtain at home. And remember the Nord Stream pipeline that got cut?
Yep.
It was America that cut that pipeline.
Yep.
Because it was a pipeline extended that connected I want to say Russia and Germany. But America not wanting Germany to be dependent or have access to that gas, they blew that shit up.
Right.
Now it's not known who did it, but we know America CIA did that shit.
Everybody know.
Of Satan's device.
Right.
All right, it says
Hey, which Germany has been public in saying that they need
yeah.
that gas from Russia. Nobody else can supply what they need other than Russia. You know what I'm saying? They need to be able to have a little bit of trade with Russia. You know what I'm saying? Europe as a whole will benefit from trade with Russia. You know, especially in the form of gas, man.
Yep.
Or crude oil.
This is gonna get real interesting, man. The way that this all is gonna play out, the way the Lord has us ready to.
It's just beautiful to know to
Yeah.
know like
That's-
what's going on and being able to funnel it through the scriptures, man.
Because it gives us a peace of mind, man.
Yeah.
Where everybody else will be freaking out, kind of, scared and we don't want this to happen. We don't
We
want
do.
this to, we see it happening and we rejoice and give praise to y'all by Shem
Oh,
Yahshua.
Lord, all right, it says German chemical companies are building some of the world's largest processing plants in China using Russian gas that they cannot obtain at home. The Trump administration finds itself at odds with European officials who hold unrealistic expectations for the war, perched in unstable minority governments, many of which trample on basic principles of democracy and suppress opposition.
Hey, creepy sleepy Joe done fooled y'all niggas, man. He got y'all all involved so that he and his son can make a little bit of money over there in Ukraine and bounce out. He's like, shit, I'm about to be out of this motherfucker in a year anyway, maybe another 4 years. Hey, let's get this thing popping off. And now, look, they're left to themselves to try to fend for themselves.
Right.
America's basically leaving their ass in the dust when America was the one that was leading the way in the beginning. Oh, we gotta help Ukraine, we gotta help these white Christians.
It says a large European majority wants peace, yet that desire is not translated into policy in large measure because of those governments' subversion of democratic processes. This is strategically important to the United States precisely because European states cannot reform themselves if they are trapped in political crisis. Yet, Europe remains strategically and culturally vital to the United States. Transatlantic trade remains one of the pillars of the global economy and of American prosperity. Man. European sectors, from manufacturing to technology to energy, remain among the world's most robust. Europe is home to cutting-edge scientific research and world-leading cultural institutions. Not only can we not afford to write Europe off, doing so would be self-defeating for what this strategy aims to achieve. American diplomacy should continue to stand up for genuine democracy, freedom of expression, and unapologetic celebrations of European nations, individual character, and history. America encourages its political allies in Europe to promote this revival of spirit and the growing influence of patriotic European parties indeed gives cause for great optimism. Our goal should be to help Europe correct its current trajectory. We will need a strong Europe to help us successfully compete and to work in concert with us to prevent any adversary from dominating Europe. America is understandably, sentimentally attached to the European continent and, of course, to Britain and Ireland.
Yep.
The character of these countries is also strategically important because we count upon creative, capable, confident, democratic allies to establish conditions of stability and security. We want to work with aligned countries that want to restore their former greatness. Now,
they don't want aligned countries. They want countries that's in subjection to
this is what it's going to get into, because it was saying one of the analysis that was going into this document was saying what America wants to do now is they want to pull away from NATO and the EU, but now partner with select countries in NATO and EU.
Right. Yeah. They don't want the whole. You know? They don't want to take care of the weak ones.
The dead weight.
Yeah.
The dead weight. The ones that ain't
ain't dancing to their tune.
Right. They ain't listening. They ain't putting in enough money. They ain't moving the way we want them to move. We supposed to be doing the cha-cha slide, man. You niggas trying to do the Tootsie Roll. We want to do the cha-cha slide to the left. And you motherfuckers is sitting here y'all trying to do the Tootsie. You got 2 left feet. We don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to read just a little bit more. It says, over the long term, it is more than plausible that within a few decades, at the least, certain NATO members will become majority non-European. So they're saying with all these immigrants coming into your country, here it is, we got a pact with NATO, but it's going to be a bunch of towel heads and Africans and shit.
Elamites.
That's in these European countries instead of crackers.
Right. That's ruling your country. Your country is now being ruled by the Muslims, right? Because they just declared the Muslim Brotherhood, or the T word. Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna be ran by them. Hey, what's funny about the hypocrisy though is that when we was growing up, they used to tell us what makes America so great. Even in the Army, they used to say this: what makes America so great is its diversity. You know what I'm saying? Yet they openly saying they don't want Europe to be. Europe can't be great with the diversity though.
Yeah, that shit is over, man. The so-called white man about to get back to what he's about. Them horns is coming out.
He wants blue eyes and blonde hair, man.
Yeah, he needs it. Because hey, you can't forget that Esau lost almost a whole motherfucking generation of people to this opioid epidemic. That's what's got him worried. They ain't got enough men to go to war. They ain't got enough motherfucking crackers having babies. So their shit is fucking finished. Right. And they see it. They're like, whoa. Fuck.
Yeah. It says, over the long term, it is more than plausible that within a few decades, at the least, certain NATO members will become majority non-European. As such, it is an open question whether they will view their place in the world, or their alliance with the United States in the same way as those who signed the NATO charter.
Damn.
So they're saying, y'all, in a few decades at least, NATO, y'all gonna feel different about the United States because your country is filled with immigrants.
And they're gonna vote a certain way.
You know?
Like, this ain't nothing but a Brexit, man.
And that's pretty much that. It's more of a, that's what the meat and potatoes.
You know what I mean? No, this is another Brexit.
Yeah.
Britain was like, hey, we carrying y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't helping us, we helping you.
Y'all ain't doing shit.
Now America's like, damn, them niggas be right. So, hey, man, hey, this is beautiful. The splitting up of the so-called white man and him losing grips on his control of the world, man. Hell yeah. Hey, a ball, man. Fuck this place. Call law, you know your whole that shit, man.
What you got, Father?
You got the...
I still got the Obadiah and the NLT. I got Revelation.
Well, that verse was all I needed from that Obadiah.
That's all you wanted from that?
Yeah, just to
I got Revelation. I'm holding
17, 16.
I got 17.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna drop the Revelation in. I read that earlier, and then I was holding the Isaiah 59, but we read that one as well.
Okay.
But I
Hey,
got
we
this,
can grab.
I got the article. I got the article with this other one from R2 about the U.S. trying to. There's little secret plans they're trying to make with who's supposed to be the enemy. Well, who's supposed to be the enemy, which goes great with what you just read, because it kind of shows that Esau's a fucking hypocrite, man. You know, he wants to pull away from EU, but it also ties in that he wants to pull away from the EU so that way he can set up a whole different power structure where, you know what I'm saying, that keeps him in the loop, man. You know? Because that's why he doesn't want Russia and the EU to be on that best of terms. It's because he doesn't want to be America doesn't want to be cut out, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Because they're on an island. They're not right there with all these European groups able to stand together.
Right.
They're over here by themselves, surrounded by
with punk ass Canada and drug cartel ran Mexico,
who has a bunch of brown people.
Right.
So
Go.
just because they got that small little bit of rats in there in the government, they're running a whole Israelite country.
Right.
So if that
government doesn't have power over those cartels hold the power, man.
That's right.
The government got to tap to the tune of the cartels, man. Because the cartels hold more power than the Mexican government does. That's why they able to just do as they fucking please, man. You know?
You want me to read this before?
Yeah, we can.
All right, it's kind of all right. We'll just.
Really 16 is where I really need, unless you want to grab all the meat and potatoes off of it.
Okay.
It's on you.
All right, real quick. I'm gonna just read it. Run through it real quick. So this is Revelation 17:8. It says, "The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, which is Europe. And the beast being Rome, the ancient Roman Empire, all right, and go into perdition because ancient Rome fell. Ancient Rome fell, right, and then you had the Holy Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire during the so-called Dark Ages. Then it came back. The Roman Empire came back into power in the Renaissance. In the 1400s, mid to late 1300s.
That's where Esau gained his control over, pretty much over. He got back into the power seat.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. It says, and go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. Right. All right. The beast that was, being Rome. And is not because it fell.
Yep, Dark Ages.
Yep, and that and is not and yet is because it's back as America.
It's like, damn, where's
okay.
it come back?
First Europe and now America.
It's like a fucking
nigga, you won't go away.
a zombie you killed. Like nigga, I know I killed your ass, nigga.
He flopped down and just hopped right back up.
You know
like,
what I'm
nigga, goddamn.
Hey, those spiders, you thought you killed this spider?
Yeah.
And then this motherfucker started crawling again. It's
Hey,
like,
you smacked the hell out that nigga. That nigga flat and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He wait till you walk. He like, yeah. You know they got all them eyes. He's like, that nigga walking out the room. He crack his bones and shit. And the line itself and start mobbing again.
That nigga wait till you got him in the napkin and start moving.
Right.
Yeah. All right. The beast. All right, going when it talks about in verse 8, the beast that was and is not and yet is going into the ancient Roman Empire being back as NATO. All right, because America is a spearhead of NATO.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, it's the champion.
The champion. Verse 9 it says, and here is a mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth.
Right.
Now those 7 heads being 7 Edomite nations that ruled over the course of history,
Right.
which is the Greeks, the Spanish, the French, Germania Major, Germania Minor, the British, the Romans, and then also America. All right. So, verse 10 it says, and there are 7 and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. All right. So 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. So you had the one that is was referring to the Spanish, because you had the Spanish that pretty much was ruling when Esau got back into power and came over here. That's why the Latin started to speak Spanish and all that, because Spain was in power.
Hey, Spain conquered a lot more than what the English conquered.
Yeah,
As
because
far as
the
over
English,
here in
the
the
English,
western, as far as in the western, because the English had a good
colonies.
bit on the eastern.
Yeah.
But like as far as the eastern hemisphere, they had a good bit. Their empire was based.
but they
there.
didn't even come into power until after the
Right,
you know
right,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
well after.
And
But
that's why
the Spanish Empire, yeah, that's what conquered over here in the western hemisphere.
Oregon south to the tip of South America.
Right.
From Oregon down. It was Spanish territory. Spanish went to war with Mexico.
Right.
Mexico gained power, and then they had the American-Mexico War.
Right. And then, yep. Then you had the Portuguese that had their part, but the Portuguese is just a little, they pretty much was a subdivision of the Spanish, man.
Yep.
You know?
It was the rats that got kicked out of Spain went to Portugal.
So it says, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, all right, and 1 is, so that one that was referring to the Spanish, and the other is not yet come, talking about the British. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space, because the British, they didn't rule for a long time in comparison to the Spanish, or even America, right? Verse 11 it says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, talking about America, all right, the revived Roman Empire, and is of the 7th, because America spawned out of the British. The British came to America, the outcasts of the Brits came to America claiming, you know, religious freedom and persecution and all that. That's the reason why they came to America. All right. So it says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition. America going to be destroyed. All right. It says, and the 10 horns. Watch out for this thing. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings. All right. So the 10 horns is talking about the EU. All right, the European Union. Okay. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receiveth power as kings 1 hour. Okay, so that 1 hour is referring to 42 years. Okay, 42 years. All right, Su Young. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, talking about the European Union, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So that's going into the EU, which was formed via the Treaty of Rome in 1958. All right.
While you was going into them being Rome, the whole time I'm thinking, yeah, they had the whole treaty.
Yeah.
And called it that because it's exactly what it is, man.
Yeah, and it started off initially as first it was the ECSC, which is the European Coal and Steel Community. Then it transformed into the EEC, European Economic Community, and then it just became EU, European Union. All right, so verse 13, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, which is NATO. Which we're in the process of seeing this actually happen, man. You know? It says, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
So they're gonna be the main ones that's trying to fight against Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
They're gonna be that main force really thinking that they're gonna do something.
What brings that, into like understanding too is I know it's talking about reincarnation when it talks about even them that pierce Yahushua, but that's also dealing with, hey, the Roman Empire's still gonna be fucking around fucking shit up. But them knuckle niggas that did that are gonna be the ones that get, punished for that. But hey, that proves that Rome was still gonna be in power when Yahushua returned. The Edomites.
That's a good point, bro. That's a good point.
Verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
So the waters represent people.
Yeah.
In certain verses, all right, in certain allegories, the water represents people. The trees also can represent people. All right, the seas can represent people. All right, the multitude. All right.
That's crazy. Verse 16, it says, and the 10 horns, the EU, which thou sawest upon the beast, NATO, these shall hate the whore, America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
They're gonna tear this place up, man.
Yeah, judgment.
They're gonna take everything. They're gonna take everything. This place is about to go through a crazy transformation, man.
That's right.
All right, from people just going and shopping for cookies and Christmas trees to people being in the most decrepit, destitute state ever before upon earth.
Christmas tree in the house to sleeping under a Christmas tree.
Hey, it's gonna go from leave the world behind, man.
Yeah.
From just having a family vacation to the whole world is different now, man.
That shit happened
Lightning
fast.
Fast, man.
Like in 1 hour, this place is gonna be destroyed, man. So the setup to that's gonna happen quick too, because it says that Esau knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Demon, man.
Fucking
Verse,
That's all on the back of
Nimrod lovers, man.
Verse 17, it says, for the Most High hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, NATO.
And the Lord put this in their heart, man. All right, so there's not going to be any peace deal that can stop this from happening. All right, because the Lord put it in their heart. The Lord's the one that programmed them to think this way and to put these things into action, man.
Yep.
All right,
that's right.
And
He's directing the steps.
Yeah.
Everybody.
He controls the king's heart.
He's the ultimate puppet master.
It says, and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled.
Right.
And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
America, man.
So America's in charge of the earth, man.
The whole earth.
The whole, all these nations pretty much dance to America's tune.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're tired of that shit, man. America's trying to. Yeah. They got the saying, these economists and historians and war experts and whatnot say that America is, rules with this unipolar dominance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody's tired of that shit. People want these nations, certain nations, they want to be able to they want a multipolar world.
They want options.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want it to be a monopoly.
They don't want chicken nuggets every day.
Right. It's all just chicken nuggets, man. Nah, man.
What you want for breakfast?
What about some pizza?
Multipolarity is not equal, and it shouldn't
Equality.
be.
It's not
What did I
equality.
say?
You said equal.
Oh, equality, and it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So them countries that's kind of up right now, they're like, hey, you better get on, America, before we fucking leave your ass behind with NATO and the EU.
Hold on. What you said is not multipolarity is not equality. Let me. Anyway, that's fine. So like, I know you got some. Yeah, we still got that. Let me read just a little bit of this. So it says this from RT, dated 12 December, which was yesterday. It says multipolarity is not equality, and it shouldn't be. Only civilization states with real sovereignty can withstand the weight of the new age of empires.
Real sovereignty, meaning you got resources.
You got army, expanding army.
You got something to bring to the
You
table.
got freedom to make your own decision. Man.
You're not a vassal state.
Right. You're not looking to be like, hey, Planet of the Apes.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They had to get the permission. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hold your hand out and let them swipe your hand to get the permission. If you're sovereign, you're not looking for somebody else to give you permission to be able to move how you want to move, man. Right. You have that freedom to make that decision for yourself. Yep. You know?
It says the New World Order takes shape through pressure, rivalry, and the rise of several commanding powers, not through declarations of equality. Multipolarity emerges as a harsh contest of sovereignty in which only civilization states with real strength shape events and the rest are pulled into the orbit of stronger powers. Multipolarity has become the slogan of the age, repeated across summits and speeches. Leaders describe it as a world of balanced rights, dignified coexistence, and shared influence.
Hey, what a great way to bring in a one world government.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you only got a couple of countries that are running everything, and they're all united.
Yep.
This all playmaking.
They promise that each state, large or small, will hold an equal place on at the table. They claim that new institutions across Eurasia, Africa, and Latin America will correct the distortions of earlier decades and bring the international system into harmony. Yet this polished language hides the structure beneath it.
Right.
Multipolarity has no resemblance of equality.
Right.
It grows from competition and is forged by the ambitions of states that refuse to live under a single command. You know, it says this year, I'm gonna read this paragraph and that'll be that. This year has shown how the world actually moves. Washington expands its military architecture into the Indo-Pacific, strengthens AUKUS, AUKUS, whatever that is, rearms Japan and pulls South Korea deeper into its missile shield. China continues to maneuver in the South China Sea, tightens economic control over key supply chains, and conducts drills around Taiwan at a regular pace. India increases spending on its navy, builds alliances in the Middle East, and reinforces its position in the Himalayas. Turkey projects its power across the Caucasus and North Africa. Iran shapes conflicts from Lebanon to Yemen with the confidence of a state that understands its strategic depth. These actions illustrate the early shape of the New World, a landscape governed by pressure rather than courtesy.
That's right. No more treaties. You get down or you lay down.
Hey, that's actually pretty good for this article that you wanted me to read.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is from RT.com. This is actually on the RT app, but dated for 11 December, so 2 days ago, 2025. U.S. secretly planning 5-nation clubs, including Russia, to sideline G7.
To sideline G7.
Now, the countries you just mentioned, as far as putting on pressure, was like China, India, you know what I'm saying?
The BRICS nations.
Okay. It says the group, which would also include China, India, and Japan, was reportedly outlined in Washington's longer security strategy draft. So the 5 nations that they're proposing would be the United States, Russia, China, Japan, India. Those are the 5, right? It says the U.S. is secretly planning to create a 5-nation power bloc with Russia, China, India, and Japan to sideline the Western-dominated G7. Several media outlets have reported.
This is powerful.
They were saying also the U.S. trying to cozy up to Russia is because they're trying to throw monkey wrench in the BRICS. They don't want BRICS to...
Because BRICS cuts them out.
Yeah. So they're trying to pretty much fuck with BRICS by way of cozying up to Russia.
Right.
You know?
Trying to get on Russia's good side, you know what I'm saying?
And really...
It's a horror.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's a horror, man. Yep. It's sitting there trying to get in bed with everybody. Man. Just to try to get their secrets, try to undermine them and whatnot, sweet pillow talk them, you know, so they can have their way. You know?
You know how the rats get down, man.
Hey, you know, you got these prostitutes and whores that are strippers and whatever, get with niggas and you know, this happens a lot when motherfuckers go overseas, to Colombia and shit, and get with them Latin women. You know, they fucking you'll get your rocks off, right? But when you go to sleep, they're gonna hit you with that woo wop. You know what I'm saying? And have your ass knocked out, and rob you for your watch. They're gonna take everything.
They might take a kidney.
Shit.
You might wake up in the bathtub with your kidney full of ice and your kidney gone. Your side just hurt.
With a big ass scar.
Yeah.
Stitches right here.
Right.
Damn, that's wicked, man.
Yeah, bro. Cause you was just trying to have fun for a night, man. This bitch done hit you and you ain't got your passport no more. You ain't got your wallet. You don't got nothing.
Is that the interview that you just sent out? Jake was talking about he got in the whip with some chick. She was from Philly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got in the whip with her, and he's like, something he know better than to do.
Yeah.
Went over to her crib and shit. He had to come up with some whole scheme and story because there was hella niggas over there on the stoop of her townhouse. He was like, hey, I'm undercover. You know what I'm saying? Y'all good? I ain't here for y'all. You want a little some investigation? So just don't do nothing tonight, man. I can keep it smooth with y'all.
He said they got up out of there.
And the next day they was looking at him like, man, is this man for real?
That's
Hey,
some Jake shit. That's some Jake shit.
Hey, but you know, them hoes will set your ass up.
Yeah, you can't trust the hoes.
And especially America, man. They'll have your ass thinking one thing and do it. It's a total opposite.
Hey, Kasai, you can't trust the hoes, especially can't trust the white hoes.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially with the white hoes.
Yeah, who said that recently? Nobody was talking about that.
Oh, I know. This brother harps on that a lot, man. Not trusting any white women.
Oh, it was somebody saying
That's why you can't trust a nigga woman.
Yeah.
Fuck that. The white woman ain't no better.
See, all these hoes.
That's what I told him. I was like, man, I can't trust no one.
But somebody said that they was like, man, you fuck with the white woman, she gonna have your own your house by the end of 6 weeks or something stupid like that.
Damn.
She gonna own your house, your business, your property, have your ass assed out.
It says the idea was reportedly outlined in a longer unpublished draft of the U.S. National Security Strategy released by the administration of President Donald Trump last week. According to the Defense One news portal, the version circulated before the White House published the unclassified document
Somebody leaked that motherfucker.
and reportedly proposed a new group dubbed the Core Five as a form of dialogue among major powers outside.
And that's why the scriptures say, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? All this is vanity. The Lord about to turn all this shit to fucking elements.
Right. It's all about to be broken down.
Your heritage ain't gonna last forever, man. No matter what you think.
It says, it says the version that circulated before the White House published the unclassified document and reportedly proposed a new group dubbed the Core Five as a form of dialogue among major powers outside the G7 framework. Under the reported plan, the five-nation format would hold regular summits similar to the G7, each focused on a specific theme with Middle East security and the normalization of relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia in particular.
That's their first
Said to be on the first on the agenda.
Yeah, hey, you know, and this little slick move could be the reason why all of the men that you were Confederate all the ones that you was Confederate with have brought you to the border because you gonna leave us out, nigga. We built you.
Right.
Now you big dog.
We gave birth to you.
Right.
Literally.
Your mama,
You came out my womb.
Your mama's
I
right
taught
there.
you how to stand like this and
Yeah.
shoot, nigga.
Yeah. You was in my womb for 9 months. You know what I went through to protect all that shit.
right.
You know,
You was kicking me in the ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, man, shut up.
I was just telling you.
You sucked everything out of my paps.
Right.
You destroyed my body.
Destroyed my body. Don't. Man,
Cave bitch.
Ain't got no
That's
hair.
why fuck a white bitch, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We already said
Fucking Edomites, man.
5,000 times today. So,
So what's the difference?
what's the difference? Just saying that, you know, dumb ass black people.
Slow down, man.
Speed racing over here.
Yeah, let's grab these last couple precepts so we can wrap it up.
Okay.
You got one? Yeah, I got this Joel 2:20.
Two. Hey, ultimately, man, Esau's on his decline. Okay,
right.
and we know that his decline is gonna come from all those that it's supposed to be his buddies them. You know what I'm saying? His partners them. Those gonna be the ones that really, you know, they're gonna Lorenzo his ass, man, like training day. You know, y'all gonna pull this shit on me?
On me.
Go ahead, son.
This is Joel chapter 2, verse 20. You got something else too? All right, so we'll wrap it up with this. It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, which that's talking about America, and will drive them, because remember we read in Obadiah that they was going to be called to, the trap was going to be set for them in the NLT.
Yep.
So,
I was holding that in the NLT if there was more to get on that.
no, that was it on that. It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, America, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate. Okay? So that land barren and desolate, look at the American flag on the back of that truck as we're talking about America. All right? It says into a land barren and desolate, which is Saudi Arabia. It says, with his face toward the east, okay, the East Sea, which the East Sea is referring to the Red Sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. When you look that word utmost up, it talks about the back.
Nothing crazy. They was all up on the curve.
So when you look up that word utmost in the Hebrew,
Where you at?
Joel 2:20. When you look up that word utmost, it's talking about the hinder part or the back. So with his face toward the East Sea, so if you're standing in Saudi Arabia and you face east, the Red Sea is going to be in front of you. And behind you is going to be the Persian Gulf. Okay? So with his face toward the East Sea and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things. Yeah. So because of all Esau's wickedness, America's wickedness, all this demonic shit that America has done over the course of its history, they're going to be summoned to the Middle East. Right. And the Lord is going to allow these other nations to pretty much get their lick, all right, the sandbox. They're going to take turns whooping the bully, all right, on top of the countries, because you're gonna have armies all in Saudi Arabia, but you're still gonna have military members of those armies in their respective countries. So here it is, those armies in Saudi Arabia is gonna duke it out, fight, you know what I'm saying, and then get blown up via Yahushua and the angels. Right. But then nations like Russia and China or whatnot that are still, you know, back home, they're gonna shoot the missiles on America and blow this place up. All right, so it's a lose-lose for Babylon the Great, man. You know, that's all I got to real quick.
Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So all this is just causing Esau to make some drastic moves that he wouldn't normally make, but he could see his power structure is crumbling and his leadership and rulership's over.
He's getting desperate.
Yes.
He's getting desperate. And anytime you're in a desperate, rushed, hurry situation, you're going to make a whole bunch of stupid-ass, wrong-headed ass moves and mistakes, man. You know? And we're seeing that happen with Esau Edom.
Yeah, like a
talking about that last night.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you rush, you fuck shit up. You make mistakes.
Yeah, like that roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. When a lion's in a rage, man, he's all over the place.
Right.
He's not calculated in his moves. He's not stalking something.
Right.
You know, he's making shit happen. Hey, you know, bro's got to come up. You know, he's in a rage. All right, with that,
we're gonna face the east.
Face the east. Give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash.
Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers that go out throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity. Till next time, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
He's in